Hi and welcome to part 13. Now we're going to finalize our breakdown. This will basically connect our intro, main theme and drop. We have created a space of 6 blocks for this, and to make it easier to grasp, let's divide them into 3 equally long parts. The first third will be a fade out of the intro, the middle part will be where the main theme gets played in its full glory, and the final part will be the build up to the drop. Let's start by fading down the intro. So let's duplicate these and just move the main theme over here. And now let's apply a filter to the mid bass bus so we can filter all of the bass lines at the same time. So let's go into our mix console, mid bass. We're going to use a plugin called Fat Filter from Soundspot, which is a free plugin. It's very simple and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Nothing more, nothing less. So let's select low pass and zero resonance. And now let's automate the filter. Studio One can create something called an automation track, which is a track that handles automation. And in this case, it creates an automation track for the mid bass. So let's add it to the bass folder. And you can see it's set to cut off. Let's have a listen and adjust. And let's not forget to put it back up for the drop. Sounds good, but there's still something important missing. The main theme is missing low end, which is needed for the melody to get that full effect. So let's use the sub bass as a low end layer for the main theme. We have to copy the main theme lower notes. Click on the sub channel, go and paste. Let's hear what it sounds like. Doesn't sound completely right. So, what I noticed first is that the sidechain is still on, so let's disable that. Open up, press once, twice, then drag the bypass to this. Let's have a listen again. Sounds much better. However, the sub is a bit too muddy, so let's shorten the MIDI. Better, though the sub is just way too overpowering here, so let's lower the volume by automation. Sounds much better. but I also want to add the sublayer for this. Copy, and let's have a listen. The sublayer doesn't add that much, but I think enough for it to be relevant. Now I want to add tension to the moments just right before the main theme comes in. Sounds good, but I still want something more, so maybe a fade in of the lead will sound cool. Let's give it a shot. Sounds much better. And now let's listen from the beginning. Nice, but now I notice that the acid and stab ends abruptly. So I have to do something about that. For the acid, let's do a high pass filter automation to contrast the low pass filter automation of the basslines. For the stabs, I think we can just delete them as they are very subtle in the mix, so it won't be very apparent when they just stop playing. Let's listen and confirm. Great. Now let's extend the main theme and filter them down as a part of the build-up to the drop. Now we've filtered down the main melody, let's have a listen. There should not be any pads here. Let's remove those and listen again. Sounds a bit empty, so let's extend the bass lines. Just double click on these and they will disappear. Put back the sidechain. And maybe we should just lower the volume here leading up to the drop. This works, but it doesn't sound optimal for the drop. I have a different idea involving automation of the lead's release and more. This will also result in moving the drop forward a few bars, and that's what we will do in the next part. Stay tuned and I'll see you there.